Welcome to the Professionalist Real Estate Investing Podcast with your host, Tony Jacobs. This podcast is not just about making money. It's about creating a legacy that stands the test of time. From analyzing market trends to mastering negotiation skills, we will leave no stone unturned as we guide you through different stages of real estate investing. We will bring on industry leaders and share stories from the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. So now, it's time to level up your real estate game. And there's no better way to do it than right here with us at the Professionalist Real Estate Investing Podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to the Professionalist Real Estate Investing Podcast. I'm with the Property Relief LLC, Mr. Marcus Harvey. How you doing today, bro?
Hey, what's happening? Just here for another good episode with you.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, this one is going to be about wholesaling. And I figured about the one with wholesaling is because me and you've been talking a lot about wholesaling, and a lot of people probably don't even know what wholesaling is. And, you know, the way our housing, the way the housing is here in the United States, I mean, it's ridiculous. So you want to learn about what you do with all those abandoned homes, those ones that are boarded up, empty lots. Yeah, this is going to be a good one, good topic for everyone out there.
Indeed it is. Let's get to it.
Okay. All right. The first part of it, about step-by-step to real estate wholesaling in today's market, would be the market research analysis, basically understanding the trends, identifying the hot markets, analyze the competition, but especially the understanding the current trends, because real estate, it goes in waves of how everything goes from housing supply, the demand, interest rates, economic conditions and everything.
Yeah, that's like the first step. You got to know your market. You got to analyze the market. You got to, you got to see what's going on out there. You know, if you're going to try to wholesale, that's like the first step. You got to do the market research, got to see what's going on, analyze what kind of properties that are out there. Identify hot markets. You got to get to the markets where the flippers are at. So if you want to try to find a wholesale deal, go to the area go to the neighborhoods where the flippers are flipping at, because more than likely they're going to want to buy more houses in that area. They're already flipping in that area. So kind of just get a feel for what's going on.
Yeah. And then it says that the part with the analyze competition, you want to study what other wholesalers are doing when they hit these target markets, because you want to kind of, not go step by step with them, but you can put your own little twist on them. But you want to know how, that's how life goes. You want to know how you do about your own way. So it opens and broadens up your mind.
Yeah. Exactly. You just want to be able to just like try to see what they're doing, kind of connect with them professionally. Don't make it too much of a competition, because, there's always going to be other wholesalers in your market and in other markets. So just kind of check out what's going on by talking with them. Just know that, it's a numbers game. So the deal that you don't get, maybe they do get, and the ones that they don't get or having a hard trouble closing, you'll maybe end up getting. So, basically analyzing the competitions, see who's really, doing wholesaling out there in your area, in your market, and just making sure you find opportunities to help each other.
Exactly. And then with figuring out what trends and everything going in with the other wholesalers, that brings it to the next step of building your network. And how do you build your network? There's plenty of ways of building your network. First, the easiest way, off top of the head, real estate agent, because they know exactly what's going on with the market. You could ask them exactly like what area are they good at, knowledgeable at, if anything comes about. That's how a lot of the wholesalers and investors get connected, is by real estate agents, because they usually have like off-market deals. And off-market deals help out huge. That's where the ones where basically off-market deal is basically something that hasn't hit the market or might be hitting the market soon. And if someone would like that investment or that property,
Yep.
it's fair game. And then
Most definitely joining real estate groups. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Partner with realtors, connecting with other investors. It helps out a whole lot. Well, Philip, just like with how you do it too, you make a list of the cash buyers. You basically synchronize everything that's going on. Be like, okay, this person's a cash buyer. What is he looking for? Stipulations as to, if they want a 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom house, a house with a pool, or if it's an empty lot. There's many factors that come into play with the wholesaling.
Yeah, I usually go sometimes to, like I was telling you before, just to the courthouse, looking at who's buying those foreclosure trustee sale properties and stuff like that. I try to connect with those investors, try to get their information, get a feel for what they're looking for. So that's like one of the ways I kind of build my network with, going down to the courthouse and, just to see who's showing up buying those foreclosure properties that are trustee sales. So.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that part right there, going to the courthouse, because usually, especially where we live at, I believe it's still every Thursday that those houses are in foreclosure. So there's basic cash buyers up there, and they already done their homework as to what properties are going to be offered up there. So that's a great way to leverage your time and your energy by going up there, talking to other investors, wholesalers, even real estate agents, as I said before, because networking is key. Your network is your net worth. So it's always, that's so true when it comes about it. And then the next part, go ahead. You got it.
No, I was just going to say, because you want to be in the game and you want to be playing the game and letting other people know that you're out here, to look for deals just as well as they're, like they're looking for deals. So, that's all I wanted to say. You just want to let people know that you're in the game. So.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because you get a familiar face, and then, the next time you come up there, just like a foreclosure the next following month or the next following week, and then it's like, I recognize your face. You get a conversation. That conversation can go a long ways.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. So just always got to, stay connected, let people know you're in the game, and just be well informed, what groups you're joining and who you're, partnering up with as far as building your network.
Yes. All right. The next one is finding profitable deals. So on this part right here, there's different ways how to go about it, especially, we're in a special generation of everything just fast to our fingertips. It says direct mail campaigns, but a lot of people, I know some people still do it, but a lot of people basically everything online. You go to your Zillow, you go to your realtor.com, you go to your Craigslist, you go to your auction sites. There's actually tons and tons of sites when it comes to this that you can look at for that you don't even really have to pay for. You can just look at and be like, okay, and then you get the information that you need.
Right. Yeah.
Would you go add something to that real quick? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just going to say, the direct snail mail is still, you can still do that, but with everything AI and online nowadays, everything's so streamlined nowadays. I think the only thing for direct mail now, if you wanted to do it, is a way to kind of like stand out a little bit from the other people that are just doing what everyone else is doing. Everyone's doing online. So if you kind of want to stand out and make these direct mail letters kind of like more personal than just a regular little junk mail flyer or something, I would still consider doing direct mail just to have it out there. I wouldn't keep spending a whole bunch of money on it, but to make it more personal and to kind of stand out from the crowd, it's a good way, I think, to still every once in a while do direct mail. That's what I was saying.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
And I was going to say also too, because the direct mail still works. I remember one time, it was a little bit over a year ago, me and Rocky, we looked at a house We could tell it was distressed, and I was able to get the address for him, and that address worked. It actually worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
He mailed a letter to the lady who owned the house in Texas, and the lady from Texas actually responded back to him. So it does work. It does work. But I'm just saying, since we have this fast instant generation rate now, a lot of people, they deal with the emails and they go about everything on the websites.
Yeah, direct mail is like, you can still get down with that, but with everything's going now with AI and internet and stuff like that, it's slow campaigning. You want to be able to stay ahead of the game. Like I said, with direct mail, people want to like maybe stand out from the rest of the crowd, so they'll still kind of do that. And you can make it much more personable for who you're mailing it to, but still, it doesn't beat internet, texting, email, calling, direct call, cold calling. So, because you want to get to these owners before anybody else does. That's the name of the game. Just talk to as many owners as possible every single day before everyone else does.
Yes. And then the next one I like too is like me and you, what you've done, we're probably going to spend a day doing it, is driving for dollars. And that's huge because the driving for dollars, like when a house is distressed. When a house is distressed, the ones that are boarded up or they're just not maintained at all. Basically, doing your homework, get the address, zip code, make sure the zip code's right, the address is right, and then do your research as to what's going on with that property.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Attention realtors. First impressions are so important for real estate sales. Having a clean logo with easy-to-read information can impress a buyer and potentially get you that sale. Here at Boundary Waters, we excel at first impressions. If you need a logo or lawn signs, give us a call. Our experience at signs and banners have been proven for over a decade. Give us a call at 530-221-2151. Again, that's 530-221-2151. Boundary Waters Screen Printing, home of the Surf Ninja. www.boundarywatersinc.com.
Absolutely. Yeah. Driving for dollars is like crucial, especially in like the areas that we live in here, right here in Shasta and Tehama right here. It's like, a new property could go into like distress mode, like just instantly, like, around here, someone can move out instantly. And then just it not being advertised already, you can jump on it first. You can be able to reach out to the owner first if you see tall grass or if you see houses boarded up and, just a distressed looking property. You could be one of the ones that can just jump on it before any other wholesaler or any other like real estate agent, will try to jump on it. So it's driving for dollars is a really good way. Gonna need some gas, but it's a good way to get property leads. Other than just sitting on like website trying to look up vacants and stuff like that, because they databases and stuff have so much information. You don't know what's new and what's old, so you want to stay fresh. You filter out what's new, but you want to stay fresh by driving for dollars to see, I see this person's got a U-Haul in the driveway, looks like they're getting ready to move, house looks in distress, write down the address.
Yes.
So,
and then the last one is in this category right here, networking. Leverage your connections to find off-market deals through word of mouth. Word of mouth still goes a long ways nowadays. I mean, it goes seriously fast because you could just one it's always been taught to me that one person can change your whole life. It can change your whole life when you're talking to the right person, because that right person can lead you to so many different channels, so much progression in your life.
Yeah, it's just because you don't know who they know. So
exactly.
Meeting someone new, meeting new connections, and being able to network to be able to find these deals, is just an awesome way to be able to keep business going. You know what I mean? You want to be able to network to be able to keep business going and be professional when you network always,
Yes. The next one is the evaluating properties, which is definitely huge because me and you've talked about this a lot when it comes to properties. Yeah, it may be boarded up, but for instance, an example, the one house that we was talking about when I seen you this past weekend. Remember how we first went to it? Yeah, it was smashed windows everywhere. Some of the spots was boarded up, but then we went to the side of the backyard and the whole plumbing was all messed up. That's just a whole complete mess. And I was like, goodness, what is this? So perform your due diligence, conduct your research on each property, including title searches, zoning laws, potential liens, even too, this is huge also, being a real estate agent, make sure you know where the property line is at. Because sometimes that property line, you may think that's the property line. It could be something else. It could be either wider or it could be shorter. So it's a good way of finding out, like, make sure you know exactly where the property lines are at.
Yeah, you got to know where your boundaries are at. You got to know where the property ends, where it begins. Very important. Got to do due diligence. Making sure when you go through these properties, checking out for zoning, making sure to see what other opportunities you can be able to make best use of the property. You want to do, all that. You want to estimate the repairs, which is our next one. People that are trying to wholesale kind of get caught up a little bit on how to accurately try to, estimate the repairs on their own versus having a contractor come out and give you a bid to give you an idea, you know what I mean, of what it's going to cost. So when you're first getting started, it's kind of hard to a little bit estimate repairs. So that's when you got to really sit down and you got to go to maybe a Lowe's or a Home Depot and start pricing stuff and start saying, okay, well, this is what these prices are for doing, drywall or repairing tile or, whatever it may be. You want to get familiar with estimating repairs, and that's all included with doing due diligence, performing your due diligence as well. Looking at the property, like you said, finding out where the property lines are, and going from there.
Yeah, and the next one, it says that to calculate the potential market value of the property after repairs are made. That's huge because you just want to you want to make some type of profit when it comes. You want to make some type of profit, and
of course,
it's a lot of it comes to you just being knowledgeable, being around the right people, knowledgeable. They can tell you the ins and outs because, like you said, you can go to Home Depot, you go to Lowe's, you could just spend a grip of money unnecessarily when you didn't have to. So a closed mouth doesn't get fed. You gotta talk. You gotta surround yourself with the people that are in the same niche as you. And hey, from that point on, right there, everything's gonna go good from that point.
Oh yeah. You just as long as you're taking it step by step, you're after repair value is very important because you got to be able to calculate what your profit's going to be after you do all your repairs if you need to do repairs. That's a very important number to determine when you're wholesaling. Like that's really important because you got to figure out what your profit's going to be, where your spread lies, as far as a wholesaler. So really running the numbers, which is the next one, using the wholesaling formula. Everybody uses like 70%, or some people use 60 or 65, just depending where you at. But calculating what ARV, or determining, I should say, ARV, and then running your numbers with whatever percentage you want to run minus your repair costs is going to become your MAO. So you have to know what numbers you're going to run to be accurate as possible.
Yeah, that's a great formula right there that they use for the wholesaling formula. That the ARV times 70% repair costs equals the maximum allowable offer. And then negotiating, securing contracts. That's very huge, because now we're talking about documentation. We're talking about documentation on these properties and everything. So that's when it comes to negotiating with the sellers, have a clear understanding of their needs and present win-win offer. You use assignment contracts. Ensure that you have a solid contract that allows you to assign the property to an end buyer, and then include contingencies. Add contingencies to your contract, such as inspection periods and financing terms to protect yourself. These are all these three are all keys to helping negotiating, securing contracts, because when it comes down to, besides buying it, you want to make sure everything that is contractual and that is dealt with in a professional manner.
Yeah. You want to make sure you have all your contracts straight. You want to make sure when you're negotiating with the seller that both are coming to an agreeable number where it's beneficial for both parties. Never forget like any contingencies that need to be added to the contract. You want to be detailed. You want to be thorough when you're wholesaling properties. When you're trying to be a wholesaler, and you're going through talking to sellers and going through these properties, you want to try to be as thorough as possible. That way, no one feels like at the end of the day they're being cheated. On the deal.
Yes, exactly. All right. And then the next one is building a buyer's list, just like you showing me on Saturday. You got your buyer's list and everything. A great platform for all this is PropStream. PropStream is great at getting contact information. There's so much on it. Actually, I am working on having PropStream on the podcast to show everybody what's involved with PropStream, because they are, I want to say, the best when it comes to if a person is if you're not a real estate agent, even if you are a real estate agent, like PropStream has so much valuable information that you can use, especially with investing. It's crazy how much that they have.
Yeah. PropStream, I definitely recommend. I'm sure like all the experts, all the people that are doing wholesaling and doing other types of deals, they're using PropStream to their advantage to look up data and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend PropStream, just because like I've used other software platforms and other databases, and PropStream is just really easy to use, and they have a lot of good features that I've seen that other platforms don't have, other databases don't have. So shout out to PropStream.
Oh, amen. And then another one when it comes to the building buyers list, I like that last one. It says maintain relationships, regularly update your buyer and new deals and your market trends. That's huge right there. And then stay in contact with them. Just maybe do a weekly call, or every 2 weeks a call. Just showing your presence, them hearing you, or just calling them or seeing them. It helps out a whole lot, because they know that you're on board. Like, okay, this person is serious as to getting some helping me get some properties. This is not going to waste my time. Time is of value. I can't gain that time back.
Yep. So like, maintaining relationships, they're very important. Like, I was showing you, like you said, Saturday, I was showing you my buyer's list. So I'm always trying to update that thing, because like it seems like there's always every few weeks or every month or 2 months, there's a new buyer or two coming into this area paying cash. And it's important just to get their information, because you want to, as a wholesaler, be able to move properties to them. So.
Yes, you are. And then let's do the, when it comes to another step of it is marketing deals, create attractive listings. The more attractive the listing is, the better. And the better that attractive listing is, the more that you can get it under contract.
Right.
Investors, they love, especially properties that they don't have to work much on. They can just basically flip it. Yeah. If it doesn't have much work to do it, oh man, that's beautiful. That's a diamond in the rough for them.
Yeah, those type of properties are wonderful, because you just, the newer, more likely with wholesaling, you're going to be dealing with sometimes older properties, sometimes properties that are just completely just disgusting looking and just old and not taken care of. But when you come across a property that you can wholesale that really doesn't need work, that's even wonderful. That's even more, more beautiful of the situation, because that fix and flipper doesn't have to do much. So you can move a nice light cosmetic fixer to a fix and flipper, he'll love you.
Oh yes, yeah, and then it'll be like, then what are you doing? You just growing a relationship right there. You're growing a relationship right there. Now they're like, okay, I can depend on this person. He knows what I'm looking for, and if he doesn't on certain ones, then I can just tell him like, hey, this is what I'm looking for at this time period. So yeah, that relationship works out.
Exactly.
It'll work out great for both parts.
Yeah.
And
most
the
definitely.
next one I want to talk about is the part of closing the deal. Because I know you come across someone, you're like closing the deal, then they just want to act up.
Yeah. You see that a lot. You gotta get to the table first and make sure everything's straight before you get too happy.
Yes. This is closing the deal. Coordinate with all parties. Work closely with the seller, the buyer, and title company to ensure a smooth closing process. It says double check paperwork. Ensure all contracts and legal documents are correctly filled out and signed. Collect your fee upon successful closing. Collect your assignment fee from the end buyer. All those you want to make sure everything. You want to make sure those I's are dotted and those T's are crossed. At the time, like say if at the very beginning, if you're looking for something and if they look at and if you get into contract, because the way you have the wholesale contracts, I would even say that to this point where, I mean, it's contractual, but I'd even have it notarized, because having it notarized, that's a public officer. Like you got to think just anything in real estate has to be notarized. Without a notarization, that real estate process doesn't happen. It doesn't close without a notary. So yeah, if you feel that you might at each set that you might need, like, I'm gonna get this notarized, so be it, as long as you feel comfortable with it. But make sure you have a good communication with the seller, the buyer, the title company, because the title company holds everything. And that's a good place to find out, especially with the title company, is to find out also too with the property lines. They're a great resource to find out, like, okay, where's my property line? I just want to make sure this is accurate. And then you find out if it's just on point, if it's too small, or it's too small, or it's too big. So they have all that. They have each parcel in real estate. The title companies has basically, I call it they have the whole DNA of that property.
Yeah, they do. Like, you want to be able to, you just basically verify, you want to verify all information that you've gathered about it, that you found online, that you've, gotten through an email, all the square footage, property line, zoning, what is the property zoned, just everything. You just kind of want to be detailed. That way, you know what you're getting into, you know what kind of property you have. And as a wholesaler, just that basic information you're supposed to have anyway, so you can be able to provide it for the investor, because they might ask those questions, how big is the lot size, and what's the square footage, of course, of the structure, and you got to have everything together.
Yeah, and then the more you have it, the more comfortable you'll be too. So you don't have to dig around and do more research.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So the 4 tips of wholesaling in a competitive market, it breaks it down, just smaller section. Stay educated, be flexible, leverage technology, provide value. You do these 4 steps, you can be definitely productive in wholesaling. Because I wanted to bring this topic out, because this is your niche right here.
This is what I'm working on. I'm eventually going to be venturing to other strategies, of course, because I want to be well-rounded. But yeah, this starts with wholesaling because, I'm brand new, trying to get in, trying to get deals done, trying to raise capital to be able to do other deals and just utilize other creative financing strategies. So I'm just trying to really, nail down wholesaling and be able to hopefully have this on autopilot, once I get, the process down on how it goes. So yeah,
And the
definitely.
thing about the thing about wholesaling too is it takes $0. A
Yeah.
lot of people thinks it takes when it comes to in wholesaling, it takes a lot of money. It takes $0. You get that right property, get it under contract. You like you said, you're leveraging yourself right now, and then you just keep on going. You just keep on pushing. Then you'll get something better. Then get something better. Then get some better. And you just keep on going. You keep on going up in steps.
Yeah, utilizing the free resources when you're wholesaling is just crucial because people don't have a lot of money to start out in any business. So when you're doing this from home, you're probably going to spend a few dollars, but you don't have to spend startup costs like you would a normal business. Like people been holding contracts for like $10, wholesale contracts. They'll bind it with $10. So anywhere from like $10 to $100, you can bind a contract legally with that amount of money. But that's really all you're going to need once you're in the process of, trying to close a wholesale deal. You know what I mean? The first step is contacting owners, going through doing cold calls or whatever you need to do to be able to find a contract first. But once you're in the process, you're going to need like $10, $100 to hold it for, to bind the contract and whatnot, good faith deposit type of thing. So other than that, yeah, you're right, man. You don't really need any money. You could just start looking and start utilizing, if you can, free resources and stuff to look up information if you can. Sometimes it's kind of hard, but if you can do public records when you're starting, then you can find certain information. It's kind of hard to find updated phone numbers, so you might have to pay or skip trace sometimes and pay for that service. But other than that, if you can utilize free resources that are around you, you can get a deal done. You could definitely get a deal done.
Oh, yes. Nice. Yes. From the Property Relief LLC, Mr. Wholesale himself.
Man, I'm trying to get this wholesale process down so I can move on to bigger and better and other strategies because I want to learn all of them. But I got to figure out this wholesale thing down or get this wholesale process down. So, be able to utilize it as much as possible. Everybody's got their own opinion about where you should start in real estate. Most people say wholesaling because normally people get involved in wholesaling first. From what I hear and researching, in my real estate journey. So, why not just start off there? Low budget status right now. We low budget, so we got a wholesale.
All right. And then what's the best way for everybody to get in touch with you then?
Okay, so once again, Property Relief LLC, that's the company. My email is propertyreliefbiz@gmail.com. If you want to text me or reach out and call me, if you're watching the video, it's 530-366-2116. Send me a text, send me a call if you want to. We could talk about it. If you got a deal, if you want to, link up and maybe do a transaction, we can do that. So yeah, just get at me. Instagram too, Property Relief LLC on Instagram. So
all right. Yeah, and especially in the direction you live in, there's tons and tons of homes that can be dealt with, especially coming with wholesaling. There's a lot of properties right there where you're around.
Yeah, this is a good little area. It's a little bit tapped, but not really tapped. not
exactly.
At all. But there's good deals out here. There's a good group of investors and flippers out here. So just need to be able to be patient and work on deal flow and get deals going, because that's what it's about too, getting your first deal going and then being able to, have deal flow come in, because you just don't want to stop after that first deal closes. You got to have something else lined up.
Exactly. Right.
So,
all right, then, world. I was with Mr. Property Relief LLC. And it was about the wholesaling. Oh, yes, indeed. And world, we're up out of here. Have a blessed week coming up, and we'll see you next week. All right.
Peace.
In the fast-paced world of real estate, success hinges on information. Introducing PropStream, your all-in-one real estate solution. Find properties, analyze markets, and generate leads effortlessly. With PropStream, you're always one step ahead. Access it anytime, anywhere, and watch your business thrive. Don't miss out on the future of real estate. Get started with PropStream today. Visit trial.propstreampro.com/Tony Jacobs for a 7-day free trial and revolutionize your real estate game. PropStream, your key to real estate success. Don't wait. Start now.